What is going on YouTube and weight loss warriors? It's your boy C-Dub and I'm back with another video. Today guys, I'm going to take a look at MyFitnessPal app and all the different weigh-ins I had throughout my journey, and I'm going to bring it to you right after this. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy C-Dub, and I thought it would be interesting if you guys got a chance to see what my weights were like throughout the course of my journey. So I'm going to hop into that in a second. But if you're new to the channel, my name is C-Dub. I lost 125 pounds using the OMAD method of intermittent fasting, and that is one meal a day. And so guys, I appreciate it if you're joining me. I hope that you become a weight loss warrior like the people that come here all the time and check me out, man. I love you guys. So, getting right into the video, guys, I got my phone here. I've already opened up the app, and I just thought it would be interesting to take a look into my journey. And for those of you that don't know my journey, I started my journey in March of 2018, and in that, started in March, I weighed myself once, and I started doing the intermittent fasting thing, but I wasn't really getting on the scale. I didn't really get on the scale till I had gotten back from Las Vegas in early April. So that's kind of how my weigh-ins go in the beginning. So it's a little bit wonky there. But I weighed 290 pounds on March 20th. So I was 290 pounds, guys. That's a lot of weight. That is about 20 pounds down from my heaviest weight at 310 pounds in February, when I started to research and really, said, you know what, I'm going to make up my mind and do this, and started about March 1. So I weighed myself. I had lost a lot of weight. Wasn't sure if that was real or not. I was kind of floored by it, but I didn't really get in the scale because I wanted to get my life used to intermittent fasting. So my first weigh-in after 310 was 290. And then I weighed myself in early October, early April, when I had gotten back from Las Vegas, and that was on the 7th. I fully expected to weigh, much more than 290, and I didn't. I ended up weighing in on March 7th at 290, and I was blown away because that is what my weight was. And this whole time, I was restricting nothing. I was eating 2 meals a day, and I was eating big meals and even eating out both of those meals, and I hadn't gained any weight. I thought for sure at that point, at that weigh-in was like, wait a minute, this intermittent fasting thing may have some credibility to it. Maybe I should start paying better attention. Maybe I should stop eating, out as much. And that's where my journey begins. So on the 16th of April, I weighed in at 277.4 pounds. So as you guys can see, I had dropped a good amount of weight there. That's what, roughly 13 pounds, 12 and a half pounds. So I had lost 12 and a half pounds from the 7th to the 16th. And anybody that doesn't know, I did not weigh myself in daily. I weighed myself in weekly or bi-weekly, depending, because I did not want to stress myself out too much about it. I felt like that it would make things more difficult. So I did not do that. So after that, the next time that I actually weighed myself was 2 weeks later, on April 30th, and I weighed 263.3. So we're talking about another 15-ish pounds lost there. So as you can see, I dropped from 290 to 263 roughly in a short period of time, a month. That was a huge amount of weight loss. I weighed myself the next week, May 7th, and I weighed 262.4, so it was less than 1 pound. And so I wanted to make sure that you guys know throughout this whole thing, you're going to see that I didn't always lose, that there were tough weeks just like everybody else has, but there were times when I didn't. And so the next week I also only lost a couple ounces at 262.1. And so then I was frustrated and I didn't weigh myself again until 2 weeks later at May 25th. And at May 25th, I weighed 253.3. So 253.3 was almost, it was a 9-pound weight loss, guys. So that's a 9-pound weight loss. Felt good about that. I weighed myself on June 2nd. And June 2nd, I weighed 248.8. So I had lost another a little bit less than 5 pounds. It was a 4-pound loss there. So I weighed myself the following week. I lost 3 ounces. I weighed in at 248.3. At this point in the journey, I was still very happy. I mean, I was seeing the 240s. That's an amazing place to be. So I was okay with that. I weighed myself the next week, June 14th, and I weighed in at 246.4. The following week after that, I weighed in at 242.2. So I've lost another 4 pounds, 4.2 pounds that week. I followed that week with another less than 2 pounds, but I weighed in at 240.9. So I had dropped another pound and a couple of ounces there. Then I weighed myself the following week, July 6th. So right after the 4th of July, which most people have a struggling weigh in there, I did not. I lost exactly 2 pounds in that week. So I did really good through the 4th. Then I weighed myself on July 12th, and I had another 2-pound weight loss. It was 2.6 pounds. So we go forward to July the 20th. And this is where things get a little bit interesting, guys. Because from July 20th, the next week and the next week, I didn't lose any weight at all. I ended up weighing in on the 3rd of August at 233 pounds, 0.2. So I had only lost 4 ounces in that whole 3-week period of time. I followed that the next week by actually getting back to it at 229.5. The following week after that, I weighed 227.2 on August 17th. On August 24th, I weighed in at 224 pounds. And guys, it gets hairy here too. So from that point forward in August, all the way till September 28th, I lost a total of 2 pounds. So we're talking 2 months period of time. And this is why I wanted to do this video. I wanted you guys to understand that that was a rough 2-month period of time in my life, that I was back in school and working again, and I was faced with the fact that I may not lose any more weight, and I had really thought to myself that I was going to be stuck at 220 pounds forever, that I was done, that intermittent fasting had done everything it could for me. And so what happens around that period of time is I made the crucial decision to do 2 things. One thing is I started to exercise. And when I say exercise, walk. So I started my walking right around September 28th. And by October 5th, I was down to 215. So October 26th, I was down to 212. November 9th, I was down to 210. November 15th, I was down to 208 pounds. November 20th, 206. December 202, and now is when I started thinking, wow, I've lost 110 pounds, and it's time for me to maybe start spreading the word, start spreading the love, start telling people how this gets done. So if you think about it, November 9th is actually when I weighed 210. So November 9th, I had lost 100 pounds from March. So that's just an amazing journey for me. And so then looking at it, January 4th, the new year, I cracked it, guys. I cracked Wonderland, as they say it. I was down under 200 pounds for the first time since I was 20 years old. That's an amazing thing. And then I continued to lose it at 197 on the 10th, 195 on January 16th. I was 195 again on the 24th. I was 195 again on the 29th. And I ended up getting down to 192 pounds February 9th. Now, for anybody that knows, when I got down to that weight, I stayed there for the entire month, all the way up until the month of, I believe, March of the next year. So March 2019, after a year, I was right there at that 192 spot. That's when I implemented trying to start lifting weights and put into that part. I was fine and comfortable not losing any weight at 192 pounds. I felt like I looked good. I felt good. But I did stop right there. I did decide to start exercising right there. So at that point, I got into the weight room, and over the next 6 weeks, I got myself down to 186 pounds. And I pretty much been in between 186 and 190 pounds ever since. On a very bad day, I might see 190, most likely not. On pretty much a bad day, I'm 188. On a good day, I'm 186. And I vary anywhere in between, and that's where I've been ever since. So around 125 pound total weight loss, guys. But I wanted to read it to you by the numbers because there was a 2-month period of time where I didn't even lose weight. So when you think about 125 pounds from, well, it was what, 100 plus pounds, over the course of time till November, we got to 100 in 2 of those months. So we're talking April, May, June, July, October, July, August, September, October, November. You're talking about 7 months. 2 of those months I wasn't even losing much. So it just goes to show the ups and downs that intermittent fasting has and where you need to be mentally when you get into those roadblocks. I think the biggest thing that I learned through this journey that I can share with others is I see other people when they get into those weeks where they're not losing, they get frustrated and they fall off the wagon, they gain weight back, and then they lose again and they get caught in these yo-yo situations. When you hit those plateaus, you just got to be consistent and stay at it day in and day out, and eventually you break that plateau and start to lose again. Your body is an amazing thing, and it's going to adjust to whatever it is you're doing. So guys, when you get caught in that moment, I hope you're watching this video when it happens and you're like, I haven't lost in a week or 2 weeks and I'm frustrated. Remember C-Dub, 2 months, no losing weight, and it broke back through the plateau and I got back to losing weight. So I hope this journey is successful for you. I hope you learned something from this. If you did, smash the like button. Leave a comment down below. Let me know where you're at in the journey. And guys, you see my face. It's right here. Click on it. Subscribe if you haven't done it already. Become a weight loss warrior. Help me grow this channel. I appreciate all of you. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.